Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors and Winston Chester. Glad to hear this morning. Got a big show lined up. Got a special guest here. But first, let's get our weather. Brought to us by Panhandle Technical Center at the corner of 77 and Baldwin Road. We're looking on a nice day today as soon as this weather gets out of here. But now tomorrow, I'm really thinking about tomorrow. The weather's going to be out of here. We're going to have some good tides and everything. It's going to be a great day to get outdoors. So we'll hopefully get the weather on out of here, and we're going to have some good times this afternoon getting on out and getting some stuff done. High today, 77, low 63, water temperatures up to 71. They really bounced up this week, went up 3 degrees this week. River readings, take a look at the Apalachicola of Bluntstown. It's 18.6 and got just a slow, steady drop to it. It'll be a nice weekend to be on the river. Choctahatchee at Caryville, 9.7, and it's looking good too. Now look at a tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. We're looking at the afternoon tide is going to be good. We got a high tide this morning at 10:30, and then for the first time this week, it's going to start dropping out after lunch. So a falling tide this afternoon. If you get off work and the weather's okay, you have a good falling tide to fish this afternoon, and tomorrow's going to be a good tide. Looking at tomorrow's chart also. All right, let's go and do our fishing game forecast today. Brought to us by Mark Coward of Counts Realty. 1247 to 247, looking on the screen there, and also from 109 to 309, we've got two good movements right there. So the fish and the game will be moving then. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back with our guest. Welcome back, and this stranger, he's back with us now. I want to introduce, tell us about who you are.
I'm Brad Stevens with Sunjammers Water Sports, and I'm glad to be here this morning.
We're not going to talk about, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, listen, we last couple of times he just got waylaid, but we were glad to hear today.
And last time I was supposed to come, I woke up, my eyes were so swollen shut. I had a major sinus infection, and I went and had a massage. Well, all that stuff got pushed up in my head. I had to go to the doctor so they could get my swelling to go down. I told my wife, I'm like, I'm fine to go. She looked at me and she said, yeah, you're fine to go back to bed. I was up, I showered, I was about to walk out the door. She said, you are not leaving this house.
Well, he texted me. I said, well, a lot of people go on TV and have a makeover and everything, so you just consider yourself having a makeover.
Yeah, it looks like I had a little too much Botox, I think. But I'm glad to be here, glad to be.
We're glad you're back. So tell us what's going on with that Sunjammers.
We are, as everybody knows, we got our store on Highway 79. We focus on kayak fishing and inshore fishing out there. And we got all of your goodies, your kayaks, your accessories that we'll get into at the end here in a second. I brought some good stuff for y'all, but we're still excited about our St. Andrews store, down 1129 Beck Avenue. If you take the we're down from the shrimp, but if you take Hunt's Oyster Bar and the Captain's Table and draw 2 lines diagonal, they're going to cross at our front door. So if I could throw a baseball, I could hit both of them for my front door. Yep. So that just kind of triangulates right where you're at. We're literally right in the middle in the heart of St. Andrews. Bright blue building, we have no sign. Do not look for a Sunjammer sign. Look for the 1930s Rexall drug sign. We've left that nostalgic sign up. We're going to leave it up probably through the rest of the summer. There's just so many people that come in that they grew up here, and they get to come down once, maybe twice a year from southern Georgia or something like that. And that brings back so many memories for them. We have so many people. They'll come in. When we first uncovered it, they'd come in, they had tears rolling down their face. I met my wife when I was slinging shakes at the bar that was in here. We have pictures of the bar, and there's so much life happened right there on that block. With the people that built Panama City, basically.
Well, yeah, and across the it was Americana. The drugstores had a little soda fountain in them all across small town America, and so many things in that era happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but the soda fountain that we pulled out of there was original, had all the pieces. I don't know if it's on display yet, but we donated it to the Bay County Historical Society. They have their little place downtown. I forget what side street they're off of, but they're going to work on getting it back up so we can all go down there, and I told them to spend the money and make it work, and I'll buy some ice cream out of it.
Yeah, they're working hard on that Historical Society. It's down on East 6th Street, so it's really going to be a nice place.
Yep. So what we did is my wife and I went in about 1.5 years ago, and we gutted the entire building. We pulled everything out of it we could, and we pretty much stopped. We have the exposed rafters from the 30s. We have the original brick, the big clay bricks that they put around the side, and then we pumped it slam full of Hobie kayaks, and then, you know, Yeti coolers, Costa sunglasses, Smith optics, and then we just keep adding what I feel are all the cool up-and-coming brands. You just can't, you can go everywhere and find some of this stuff, but we like to find those. Man, I've never seen this before. I'm like, well, let's have a conversation about it. So right up front here, we have some Olakai flip-flops. These are nice flip-flops. They're nice leather. These are your, what I call your Sunday best right here. And then you hop right here. This one can get fully wet. And go anywhere you want. And we have several of their shoes that are that can get wet all you want. And then if you're more of a tennis shoe guy, we got tennis shoes right here. This can also get fully wet. It's all quick drying. What I really like about this is what they have, the flip down heel. It is designed and patented where you can flip the heel down and just use this like a loafer or slipper.
Oh, yeah.
Just to slide your feet in. So if you need to go check the mail, check the garbage out, you don't have to worry about pulling that heel in. That's honestly 2 reasons I don't like to wear shoes. All right, there's 3. I lied to you. Don't like tying my shoes. I don't like something pulled on my heel, and my toes are claustrophobic. That's why I like flip-flops. But we have all of these and more at the St. Andrews location, 1129 Beck Avenue.
I really like that. Listen, we got Mother's Day and Father's Day coming up soon too.
And we have these flip-flops. These are all men's styles here. We also have them for women. Real quick story on Olakai. They looked at just the population. Flip-flops were designed for you to get out of the shower and just walk around the house with. Well, us rednecks turn them in, we wear them 8-10 hours a day. Yeah. So they didn't have any sole support. All of these have major arch support. They're real soles of shoes, and then they just put the thong and strap on the top of it so that your back doesn't break down. I can tell if I'm wearing another brand of flip-flops or something. I'm on my feet all day long. My lower back starts to hurt. My feet start to cramp. I mean, it's like our commercial says, this is literally like walking on a cloud. There's very, very little break-in period with Olakais, and almost all of them have non-marking soles on them, so you can take them right on the boat. My wife likes all non-marking soles, so I just don't. Every now and then I'll just stop real quick with kids and a cat in the house, and if I scuff up the floor, I got to wax the whole floor. So I only have non-things.
But hey, you're right there. The old flip-flops that started out, we just get out of the shower. But now we all wear them. That's all I wear. And when school is out, that's all I wear.
It's a lifestyle.
You're right. Now they're making good support on them.
They are.
And I've seen that develop over the last couple of years.
We're gonna warn you. They're not your $3.99 flip-flops that don't have any art. They're shoes without the tops on it.
And you want to look for those supports and all that.
We tell everybody, try them on. The reason we have so many different styles that look so close, they all have slightly different contours or something. Your foot's different than my foot's different than your foot. 9 times out of 10, everybody picks the same flip-flop, but some of y'all, your arch falls different. So we have options.
Yeah. Now you got these in St. Andrews?
These are in St. Andrews. These are not, the shoes are not at the Highway 79 store. They're only in St. Andrews.
Okay. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with Brad. All right, welcome back with Brad Stevens here from Sunjammers, and I really want to finish up on this. This is not your dad's old flip-flops. You mentioned these last a long time.
They have. I've been wearing Olakais for 8 years. I quit for a short sliver when we first opened the store because they wouldn't open us as a retailer. So I'm like, fine. So I bought another pair of flip-flops and I regretted it. I was so happy the day that I finally came to terms with Olakai and we brought them in the store. Yeah. I literally unboxed the big the pallet that came in, found my pair of flip-flops I've been wearing for years, put my feet in. It's like going home after being on a long vacation.
Okay, all right, good. All right, that's great. What else we got now?
All right, these are Yeti's brand new products. It's their Yeti Thermist. You have the small, medium, and large. This is 18, 36, and then a 64. Everybody goes, well, what in the world would I want that for? There's a bajillion reasons. This small section, if you're just going for a short little walk or a jog or something to the island, you want a little bit. But this big one's really where it all comes in. I mean, you could put soup in here, a lot of coffee for everybody at the hunting camp. Yeah. It has a screw on top. It's just...
That's the family size.
It is. For the family. It's, we'll fill it with water,
that's a whole
ice.
pitcher of tea.
It is. It's 60 ounces. So... Yeah. Anywhere you need to go, and you don't have to take up room in your ice chest to keep your milk cold if you go camping or anything like that. Because if you put it in here nice and chill to begin with, you got a solid day or so of whatever cold you want. So these are in stock at all the locations. We have plenty of them. And the most overlooked Yeti product, which is my favorite, is the Yeti Lowball. It's their 10-ounce cup. I drink my coffee out of it in the morning. I'll just drink water throughout the day in it. This is my at-home cup. Yeti's a great company. They don't miss anything. Well, they missed something huge, and I discovered it last 4th of July. Mama makes the best homemade ice cream, but it's hot. Homemade ice cream melts fast when we're out in the backyard. Yeah. I put my homemade ice cream in here, and I said I'm gonna let it sit for a second. I let everybody else finish eating their ice cream out of their solo cups. You know, they drank the end of it, and I started eating my ice cream. About halfway through, I turned it upside down. I had 1 drop of ice cream come out. So it is the best ice cream cup ever. So if you go to sunjammers.com/ice cream cup, you can learn all about the Yeti Lowball. And these are in stock at all the locations.
That's a good idea. I think about homemade ice cream.
It is unbelievable. Staying on the Yeti kick, we're going to go quick here because I know the shirts don't show up well on TV. This is Yeti's one of their new shirts for spring 2016. We have these in stock at all locations. This is just another sample for you guys that like the camo, you know, built for the wild. And we have these are just a sampling of their new hats. You know, just nothing fancy, just Yeti always makes a good hats. We were out of them for a while like everybody else was. This has been one of our best sellers. It's just old-timey flat bill, but you know, it's a flat bill you can turn, and then it's got the little rope accent on it. So, and all the Yeti products are in stock at all locations. And so I rarely get excited about sunglasses, I'll be honest with you. I love sunglasses, I have to have them. But we brought in Smith Optics about 3 weeks ago. So you go 3 weeks, that's not long enough for you to really like them and everything. Well, I'm in love with them. I don't know what to tell you. When anybody puts on a pair of Smith Optics, and this is just a sampling, and this is just a St. Andrews product right now. The 79 store, if you're in there for something else, they'll have 2 or 3 frames in there, but we have a whole rack of Smith Optics in St. Andrews. As soon as they put on these, it has something called ChromaPop on it. Most people are familiar with 400 lenses and 580 lenses. Right. This is 400 and 580 lenses compressed together. They're all polymer lenses. They are clearer than glass. They're lighter than glass. They're more scratch resistant than glass. And I'll be honest, everything I just told you, I read off a brochure. I've not used them long enough to tell you that. Other than when I put them on my face, I said, wow, wow. My dad put them on his the other day. He's like, I gotta have prescription papers. He wears prescriptions, but he said, these are so clear, I can almost wear them without my prescription.
Really?
And so if you're slightly colorblind, like I know a lot of you are, I'm amazed how many people are colorblind. There's some optometrists, that's the eye doctor, right?
That's right.
There's some optometrists that are prescribing ChromaPop to help with mild color blindness, that Smith Optics thing. Erica at the store is colorblind. She put on a pair of this. You know, I don't really understand this whole colorblind thing. She knew this, like this folder's green, but it looked different than her. But how she knew it looked different than me, I don't know. But the color, y'all know what I'm talking about. People that are colorblind, I'm perfect. I'm just telling you, not really. But ChromaPop, they're in stock. They're super, super clear, and that's a St. Andrews only product. Right. Springtime's coming. Eno hammocks. There's no way I can begin to show you this, but this is a hammock. You slap it between 2 trees and you hang in it. So just Google Eno hammocks. We have them in stock at St. Andrews.
These are very popular now.
Very popular. They will pack up, and they literally fit inside of this bag right here. It'll all fold up. If you camp, if you hike, any of that stuff.
Some of my college students who I had in high school, they're in college now, they sent me some pictures, and they were camping as a group of them, and 4 or 5 of them had those hammocks hanging, and that's why they're sleeping in.
Yep, absolutely.
And that's really cool. Okay, you got anything else, or is that enough?
I do, but it's way over here.
All right, go ahead, Will. He'll be out of the camera. All right, here we go, we got him back. Check this out.
If your kayak doesn't have a good pedal drive on it, or a pedal drive in general, Coach can testimony how much this will change your kayaking life.
Unbelievable.
So the average pace you walk with a Hobie Mirage drive, this goes back and forth. I know this is really hard to describe, not in person, but as these squeeze back together, these are flexible here, and these turn into underwater hydro sails. And I'm from St. Andrews, y'all. I'm not smart enough to tell you how all this works, but I am smart enough to tell you that it works really well. And when you look at it, you go, there's too many moving parts. I don't want all those moving parts. When you really break this down, there's only 1, 2, 3, 5 moving parts, and they literally are drums that spin on a shaft. Yeah. It's like the wheel. I mean, cavemen invented the wheel, so it just works. We haven't had a warranty issue on a Mirage drive or a Hobie kayak in about 3 years. It is unbelievable. And their new kayaks come with a fancy seat that I'll sneak in our next segment. Everybody's #1 complaint is my back starts to hurt when I'm in a kayak. Well, Hobie listened. They just took care of it. It's basically a lazy boy for a kayak.
So they got it. Yeah, and that's revolutionized. The term all the time overused about revolutionized, but that's revolutionized kayaking.
It absolutely
it has. Okay, all right, that's some good stuff, y'all. And you got that at
the kayaks are in stock at both locations.
Stores. Okay.
So we tell everybody, if you're unsure if something's in stock at one place or the other, just call us.
Yeah.
And if it's not, most of our staff flip-flops, so they're familiar with the other store. So and we can also transfer anything from any store to the other.
Yeah, we'll talk so many times about local businesses, small business, and local folks supporting small business. This is a classic case right here. A young man like Brad and his family had started this business and they've been successful. They've given to the community, and not only that, but look at the quality of stuff you have. So we're just proud to have you as a sponsor. This is cool.
I'm proud to be able to sponsor you.
All right, buddy. All right, look at it now. We're ready to make some people happy this morning.
I'm ready.
All right, this is going to be for a $20 gift certificate, okay? Tarpon Dock Seafood. All right, who's that going to be?
Jack Barton from Fountain.
From Fountain, all right, Jack. And this is going to be, go and put it down there because got to keep it straight. Now, a big old red snapper. Be good this weekend.
It would be, and if you don't want it, just go get it and drop it by St. Andrews. We'll slide it one of the Yeti coolers until I can get it home for Mama to cook it.
That's right.
Larry Stevens, not related.
Hey, is that...
Not related. That's my dad's name, but this is the Larry Stevens from Youngstown.
We hit North Bay County this morning, didn't we? I thought you pulled your dad's name out of there. Okay. All right, we're going to get set up for our famous Friday fishing forecast. Got a lot of good information and things happening this week, so you take this break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Welcome to Famous Friday Fishing Forecast. But we'll get started on, we want to look at this seat. I told Brad this is important. Y'all see this seat right here.
Wait, if your kayak doesn't have a seat that looks like this in it, that's removable, and once again, Hobie thought of everything. It has little legs that pop out of the bottom, and this turns into a beach chair for when you get where you're going to eat lunch. It is super comfortable. It has a adjustable lumbar support.
Yeah.
The back's adjustable this way. The seat, when it's in the kayak's adjustable this way, and then it'll pop straight up on the back. So it'll have about 3 inches of vertical change. It is the most breathable, most comfortable seat on the kayak market, and I've sat in every single one of them.
And everybody can sort of update their kayaks with these, right?
Well, you can't update. You got to buy a new kayak. It was a whole new mold change for Hobie.
Okay.
Unfortunately, if you have a 2014 or older kayak, this seat just won't pop right in. But I'm telling you, it's well worth the update because your kayak Hobie kayaks hold their value unbelievable. You'll be amazed at how much you'll get on Craigslist.
All right, sounds good. Okay, Father's Day coming up, Gail. All right, let's hear. We got to start on forecast. I'm gonna start down in St. Joe Bay, Cape San Blas, because we spent some time there this past week and Pompano fishing. I got a call from Blue Water Outriggers. Scott Krause called me, and they really this week started catching more pompano. So pompano's been really on a good run down there. Some of the commercial guys, one of them got like 87, and I got a commercial license to catch that many, but they're turning in really good. Also, Mexico Beach has had some caught, and at the Mexico Beach Pier. Also, Captain Mitch Coleman, they're starting to catch king mackerel now at Mexico Beach, and there's some healthy ones. They're catching some 30-pounders, and you know, last week we showed the 45-pounder that Scott Lindsay's son caught off the pier. So that's some big, healthy king mackerel there. Carabel, again, the grouper season still going on down in Franklin County. They're catching grouper, bringing in some nice grouper. The weather's been a little bit better. Last week it really was wind and all, but this week had a little bit better of weather. So grouper season, get a chance, you can go down and catch some nice grouper around Carabel. Let's jump up here to St. Andrew Bay real quick. What are you hearing from your locals up in St. Andrew and over at Panama City Beach?
The Spanish mackerel, obviously, when they're kind of coming in waves. You know, they're here when they're here and they're not when they're not, but it's the time of year to go out there and troll with kids. Perfect time of year for that. They're catching flounder. I'm seeing more flounder being caught than I remember being caught this time of year in the bays. Then the redfish, they're starting to school back up. You know, they're kind of, not like they're schooling back up, but people are starting to find the larger schools of them outside of the mouth of the creeks. And we're starting to see some good pictures of speckled trout being caught, a little bit bigger than months past.
Yeah. And you know, May's a good speckled trout month. It really is. So we're going to hit that hard.
They're starting to hit top water just a little.
Yeah. I also got a picture from the jetties and all. They're still catching a few sheephead at the jetties. It's sort of winding down, but they're still catching some. A guy was just fishing from the rocks and had some nice pictures of there. And also over here, like I said, the flounder. I got a report too on the flounder. Let me quickly mention freshwater. I mentioned that catfishing, was really good on freshwater, and also fly fishing. Now we're getting into May. Fly fishing is excellent. Now you still have flies and all.
Nope.
You don't do that anymore.
Change on 79. We don't do any fly fishing anymore, and we don't do any live bait for freshwater or saltwater.
Yeah, and it's hard. It's just hard to do that. I know over and over again we hear that, and it's not. You can't find much of it anywhere.
Nope.
The best thing to do is go buy a net. Do y'all have any nets?
No, nope.
Bait nets or anything? We'll try to
Very
help
few.
Anyway,
artificial baits have come so far. You really don't need to even make bait anymore or buy bait. The artificial lures are just work so effective. That's what made our transition.
You got a good point there, because not many people. That's why you couldn't make a profit. Nobody can hardly make a profit on live bait, because it's so you buy so many of those artificials.
Yep.
And you can reuse them. You can't reuse that live bait.
Absolutely. You take one bait, it may be $8, but that's what, 2 dozen shrimp. But I can catch 75 or 100 fish off that one bait versus 1 fish per every 2 dozen shrimp.
Now I know you live in this area right here. Are you seeing a lot of boats out there on weekends?
Very few.
Really?
Very few boats trolling for Spanish. We're seeing more people troll. The mouth of the pass. Like I said, the Spanish aren't in the bay super thick yet, from what we've seen, and so we just haven't seen them up on the beach there in back of our house.
Yeah. Okay. And the kayakers always been really good about catching redfish around the bridges and all.
Yep. Any structure in this town holds bull reds, ingoing tide, outgoing tide. As long as the tide's going or coming, you're going to catch them 35 to 40-inch bull reds very consistently.
Okay, and Choctaw Bay real quick, it's still muddy over in Choctaw Bay. It's getting better. Surf fishing over there at Grayton Beach area, surf fishing has been good for Pompano around the campground there. So I got that written down here. So you can go online, we'll have everything online and all as far as the fishing report. Run by Sunjammers and get up all the stuff you need. Don't forget those flip-flops.
No, man, I'm telling you, them flip-flops. On the water, off the water, that and Smith Optics.
Yeah.
Everybody needs them.
No, that's good. Well, we're going to have to close up. Brad, thank you for making it this time. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Man, I'm glad I'm feeling better, too.
All right, folks, I always want to tell you how much we appreciate the viewership here in Panhandle Outdoors. We work hard to bring you the very best in outdoors and good positive news, and hope you can take advantage of it. You have a great day. Enjoy the outdoors this weekend, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.